Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's Jamar from Vegas Scents, and in this video I'm giving my thoughts here on two clones from F.A. Paris Fragrance World of BDK Parfums Grease Arnel and Rouge Smoking. Alright, so if you are brand new to the channel, do me a favor, go ahead and leave a like and a comment below. Also subscribe to the channel, and let's go ahead and get straight into the video, man. So again, these two fragrances are clones of Greese Arnel, the EDP, not the extrait, as I stated in the previous video. This is a clone of the EDP, the Francique 63.55. And we've got the Rouge Smoking clone, which is the Francique 107.9. All right. So I was able to get my hands on a sample of the Greese Arnel EDP. And like I said, this is absolutely a clone of that, and a damn good clone of that fragrance, I would say. This is at least like 97% close or so to the original Grease Arnel. The main difference, there's only really two differences that I can really speak of when it comes to the two fragrances are in the immediate opening, and I'll say for probably about the first 10 to 15 minutes or so of the two fragrances, the cardamom note in the Grease Arnel, it does smell slightly higher quality, slightly better blended. And this is not a difference of any sort of, significance. This is not something that you would be able to smell in the air, I don't believe anyway. These are differences that you would have to really get up close and really, smell each one to be able to know the difference between the two. All right. So that is one difference that I pick up, like I said, that cardamom difference, and also the strength when it comes to these two fragrances. When it comes to the Grease Arnel, I would say the strength of that fragrance, it's not really like a beast mode projecting sort of fragrance. So I would say it probably projects about, let's say maybe 2 feet or so for like the first, let's say, hour and a half of the fragrance. And that's off of my skin anyway. When it comes to the Francique 63.55, it's more like 3+ feet for like the first 3 hours. All right. So it's kind of like the projection is like doubled or amped up within the Francique 63.55. And I mean, pretty much after that first sort of 10 to 15 minutes of each one of these fragrances, the Francique comes extremely close to the Grease Arnel. So much so that, like I said, I don't think that you would really be able to tell the difference, between the two fragrances, like in the air. Also, longevity wise is another difference that you get with the two fragrances. So with the Grease Arnel, the longevity on this is about average. I get about 7 hours or so on skin. With the Francique 63.55, this is easily 12+ hours on skin. All right. And on clothes, this is going to be even longer, more than likely until you wash your clothes. So I get a longer and, in my opinion, better experience with wearing the Francique 63.55, because again, the difference in that cardamom note, in the opening, is not anything to where it's like super noticeable. And like I said, the only way that I'm really able to tell that difference is by really digging into the fragrance and smelling it up close. So I think that if you've smelled Grease Arnel before and you really love the way that particular fragrance smelled, but you don't necessarily want to spend $200 on a bottle of that particular fragrance, then I think that this is definitely going to be the choice that you'll want to make when it comes to that particular scent profile. Also, in terms of who I think can wear this, I do think that this is completely unisex. I've seen some people say that this kind of has like a feminine sort of lean to it. I don't really get that at all. I would wear this with no problem. I think that this is definitely like a really good sort of date night scent. But at the same time, I think that this could also be worn in other occasions, including wearing it to work or to like sort of formal occasions as well. So I think this does have pretty decent versatility. In my opinion, I think that this could be worn all year round. So that also adds to the versatility with this one. And again, I mean, for the price difference, I'm able to pick this one up for $45 US from I believe it's Frag Bar and the Banadir Fragrances website. So I would check those two places out for this fragrance. And like I said, this comes within at least about 97% close to Greese Arnel. All right. And so moving on to the Francique 107.9, the Rouge Smoking clone. This actually comes slightly more close, in my opinion, than what the Francique 63.55 does. So, in my opinion, this is like literally a 99% clone of the Rouge Smoking. The main difference that I get with this fragrance is also in like that immediate opening. So I'll say like the first probably 10 to 15 minutes or so. The cherry note that you get in the Rouge Smoking when compared to the Francique, the cherry note does come across as being just a tad bit more sort of natural smelling than what the Francique does. Also, at least to my nose, I pick up on just a tad bit more sort of like just a slightly more sort of fizzier nature from like the Rouge Smoking. Now, again, after that sort of 10 to 15 minute period, these two pretty much, they come together completely for the most part and become almost, indistinguishable, I would say. So, also, the main difference I would say with the Francique when comparing it to like the Rouge Smoking is the Francique is a really, really nice performer. All right. The Rouge Smoking and the Francique, they do have the same sort of projection. So I would say about 2 to 3 feet or so. But the Rouge Smoking, that only lasts for like maybe like the first hour and a half. Whereas that lasts for about at least 2.5 to 3 hours with the Francique 107.9. Also, when it comes to like the sillage is the same as well. But again, you're getting sillage, I would say, for a longer period of time with the Francique than what you are with the BDK Rouge Smoking. Longevity is where the biggest difference comes in, and the longevity that I get with the Rouge Smoking is like around 5 hours or so. With the Francique, you're looking at like 10 to 12 hours. All right. So, I mean, again, with this one being super close, and I mean, I would say again, this is about 99% close to Rouge Smoking. With it being that close, having better performance and having a much lower price, again, you can pick this one up also for $45 from Frag Bar and Banadir Fragrance. This is, to me, a no-brainer if you're someone that wants to have that, Rouge Smoking scent profile in your collection. Obviously, these bottles don't say BDK Parfums. So if you're someone that, maybe has other BDK Parfums fragrances and you don't have these two and you want these two in your collection, then, I could see maybe it making more sense for you to just purchase the originals. But if you're someone that doesn't have any of the other BDK fragrances, you don't have, the budget necessarily to spend on, $200 bottles of fragrances for each one, then I think that these are really, really nice pickups. For the $45 price tag that these are at, I would say for the presentation and the overall quality of the juice and the performance, I would say the price to quality ratio that you get with these two is insane. All right, it's absolutely insane. So again, if you're looking for a really good alternative to Grease Arnel and Rouge Smoking by BDK, I would say these are probably going to be your best choices right now on the market. So I would absolutely recommend these over those two for sure. All right. So in terms of this particular fragrance, I would say that this is, in my opinion, it's slightly feminine leaning. But I mean, honestly, when I wear this, it doesn't come off as being like overly feminine, in my opinion anyway. It's not something that, you know, I would have a problem necessarily wearing. But maybe I would say if you are not necessarily sure about, you know, maybe wearing this particular fragrance as a man, then I would say maybe check out Frag Bar. I believe they do also offer like 10 ml decant samples of, you know, all of the fragrances that they have on their site. So if you're maybe wondering about this one as a man, then, you know, maybe check out that site and pick up a sample of this before you buy a full bottle. All right. But man, either way, again, these are two solid pickups. So definitely check these both out. Also, let me know in the comments, have you all smelled the original fragrances from BDK? And also, have you smelled these two, and how close do you think that these two come to the originals? All right. So let me know in the comments what you all think. And also, once again, if you're brand new to the channel, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And to anyone watching, go ahead and leave a like and a comment. All right. So once again, man, that's Jamar from Vegas Sense, and I'll see you all in the next video.